Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, Morgan Guerrero Tarot, supportive oracle cards, energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Yep. Cancer. These cards are like kind of slippery all of a sudden. That's interesting. Why are we slippery? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, this is for Cancer. Yes. Okay. It starts with the other side. It starts with the other side. Okay. Yin Yang, door to personal happiness, and the crown chakra. All of this is coming in. There's something somebody wants. It is self-serving. It is definitely self-serving for them. Now, what I mean by that is kind of like whatever they want, it's just they want what they want. And they want whatever they need to do to convince somebody else to help them with that. It's almost like they want you to take care of something, but it's a responsibility they should actually have, and they want you to do it for whatever reason. Either they want to go do something else, or it feels like shrugging a responsibility and trying to get you to do it. It really feels like that's what they're doing. Yin Yang with the door to personal happiness and that crown chakra, like, it's kind of perplexing me because usually okay, I understand. They are shrugging a responsibility. I can't get around that, but I'm getting like instead of them dropping the ball and creating a problem, you're being put into position to sustain that situation, to keep from having other fallout. But this person is shrugging a responsibility, so it's kind of perplexing me because it seems like where they're coming from, it does not feel very like. It feels kind of selfish. I gotta be honest, it does. But the thing is, I feel like the crown chakra is coming in because instead of there being devastation or a big problem here, or fallout, it's almost like you're being put in position to make sure other people don't end up with fallout because this person is trying to shrug responsibility. You got the moon card on your side, which tells me I don't think you understand what's going on, to be fair. But I also see at the same time you're like, it doesn't make sense. Whatever they're trying to get you to do, you understand that they want you to help them, but it's not making sense on why. Like, what's going, like, they're being a little bit weird about it. A little elusive, a little weird. But at the same time, you're also kind of like, yeah, I can do that. I can help with that. I can pick up the pieces on that. Yeah, I can do that. You got the Magician card with the Moon card. You're pulling your resources and you're making it happen. I don't want to say you're fixing it. You're sustaining the responsibility. Whatever this responsibility is that this person is shrugging, instead of it falling through or becoming a problem, you're taking it over. You're taking it over, like taking it over. But you're still kind of like, what's the deal with this? Something doesn't feel right to you, because I think it's not for the best reasons. The thing is, I feel like you are picking up this responsibility. The interesting card you have next here is Rest and Rejuvenation. Rest and Rejuvenation. You are picking up this responsibility, but I feel like you're not questioning it. You're just kind of like, that's the Rest and Rejuvenation. You're not going to overthink it. This needs to get done. They want me to do it. I can do it. I'll just do it. I'll just do it, and that's it. You're just like, I'm not going to question about it. I'm not going to agonize over it. I'm not going to try to figure out what's going here, what's going there. Who cares? I'm just going to get it done. I'm just going to handle it. If there's something that needs to be done, I'll just do it. It's interesting to have this card and that energy coming in at the same time, but the point is, you're not letting yourself being mentally stressed over it. That's the rest and rejuvenation I'm feeling from this. You're not letting your mind get all caught up in it. They have Healer of the Ages, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Swords. The Healer of the Ages. I feel like it's more about what you're helping. I feel like it's more about that responsibility you're picking up. Because whatever you're taking, whatever you're doing, whatever you're taking care of, you're making a big difference with it. You're like simplifying it. It's a lot easier because you just go in there, you do what needs to get done, no fuss, no muss, just this is what has to happen, we need to get it done, let's just do it. And that it just seems to be like, yeah, like you have a very caring energy with it, but it's kind of like, it needs to be done, let's just do it. It's kind of like, so-and-so needs to eat tonight. All right, they'll either come over and they can be a part of our dinner, or I'll bring them something, or I'll go over and make them something. Whatever. And you just decide which avenue needs to happen. Boom, there you go, and it's done. You don't make any stress about it. Just like, okay, we'll just do it. Like, there's no stress. Like, rest and rejuvenation, it's really kind of interesting to me because you're not stressing over it. You're helping somebody relax. You're helping the situation as a whole. Because whoever's stepping back, there's more problems there. I almost feel like them stepping back, even though they're kind of like shrugging a responsibility over to you, it may be something they're not really doing that well anyway. And this is just a way to make things change. Because I'm getting a block here. A block here, but I'm getting like as they step away, there's a block for them. Like they can't seem to rectify something. There's a problem with this person who shrugged the responsibility. Whatever you picked up and took care of, you're making that better. But I'm also seeing like they seem to be aware of it, and it's going better, it's going easier. And the block, like the Two of Swords, is almost like they're seeing you do it so much easier, and I feel like it's like they don't understand. Like, how come it's so hard for me and so easy for you? I don't understand. How come it's so... Like, they have a hard time with it. It just seems like, oh, it's no problem. You just go in there, you handle it. You might even also have the same opinion, like, why is it so difficult? Why did you have such a difficulty with this? But they do. It may be just about making the right decision and just moving forward with it. Because you seem to just kind of like, this is what's supposed to happen. Let's just get it done. These cards, the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Is the 4 out here? Because I'm getting that 4 of Pentacle vibe. I don't see it. Unless it's buried under something. No, I am getting a 4 of Pentacle vibe. Like, I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles in my head here. Which I feel like what they're saying is like, this, it feels like stability to me, though. The 4 of Pentacles talks about either hoarding or holding true to something or holding very, like, this is how it is and this is how we're going to keep it. I feel like what's going on here, you might actually keep this responsibility because it goes better. And it's better for everybody. And I'm almost feeling like the 4 of Pentacles might actually come about from this situation because you might not want to let it go. Because like it's like, no, it's going better if I do it. I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it because I don't think we need problems here. The situation itself, again, I'm getting that with this 10 of Pentacles. It stabilizes. You're putting a lot of structure with it. Like if we're going to do that dinner thing, like now whoever you're helping, they know they can depend on you and they just got to touch base with you and they know it's going to be taken care of. There seems to have been a wobbly energy with this before. Like this, it wasn't consistent. It was inconsistent is what I'm trying to say. Whoever used to do it, and you're stabilizing that. Don't get caught up in the gender, of course, with the Queen of Cups, but this, I feel like whoever you are that's coming to this video, this is talking about you having a lot of care for this situation, really caring about what's going on with it, really getting emotionally connected to it, which is why you're not going to want to let go of it. And it's stabilizing it. It really is. Now, as you keep going forward, you got the 6 of Pentacles with, what's the other one? The Hierophant. You're working with the situation, but you're taking this over. I'm getting, again, you're going to be taking this over. I really do feel that way. The other side doesn't, whoever used to handle it doesn't seem to be fighting it too much. Not really. but you're also kind of like, the Hierophant takes care of their own. Like, they're like, well, this is what's supposed to happen. You're giving more to the situation. You're deciding to put more into it. Like, for those of you this is fitting with, you're not required to give more. You just are, because you're like, no, I'm gonna lock this in, so I'm the one in control of it. So you're kind of giving more into it, so that you have more control over it. Because you're like, no, this needs to go better. This needs to stay with me. I handle it quite well. And it's just how it is. Nobody seems to have a problem with it. Whoever used to handle it seems to be completely letting go. They got the Journey card. I feel like they're completely letting go of it, moving on from it. Everything congeals much better here. It's almost like the whole reason for this happening is because whoever was handling it before you, not doing such a good job. It just wasn't their thing, or whatever. For whatever reason, I'm not like trying to put any negative energy on that person, because they do have that crown chakra here in the past. It was just kind of like they need to let it go and let somebody else handle it, and you do it better. So nothing against them. They just probably have different strengths, is what I'm getting. They probably have different strengths. And I'm kind of like grimacing with that, because the person letting go, their life might be imbalanced in some respect. I don't want to give examples because I don't like what I'm feeling here. Their life is unbalanced. Something is wrong. There's something that's emotionally out of balance with them, and it could be a substance, which I'm trying not to say so much. Somebody could have some type of substance abuse problem, and it's getting the better of them, and it's causing, like, they're not handling responsibilities the way certain responsibilities need to be handled, so they need to be removed from those responsibilities. In this situation, though, they're electing to let those responsibilities go, because whatever is going on with them, they're not handling well. So it's kind of good, and you're picking up the pieces, because the situation, whatever the actual situation is, doesn't deserve to fall apart. So that's kind of why your energy is coming in. You're okay with whoever you took this responsibility from. You're okay with them. I'm getting you're a lot happier. You're a lot more comfortable at the end of this. Even though you've taken on more responsibility, I'm getting you're a lot more at peace with it. It's kind of like, I'd rather do the extra and feel comfortable and calm, like everything's okay, than have less to do but still be like, is that working out? Is that actually okay? Because I feel like that might have been the energy before you took it over. Carrying it feels much better. It's stabilizing. Another Pentacle card, it's the woman holding a coin, which talks about the Queen of Pentacles, which is very matching to the, like, Pentacles and Cups are very good together, unless they're opposites, but that's a whole other story. I'm getting, like, this works for you. This works for you in the situation. This works. Like, I'm okay with it. I want to do it this way. The other side, whoever the person, again, we're still talking about that person. They're cool with it. Everybody's happy. Like, everything seems fine. But what I'm getting is, this is about that person. Whoever you took this responsibility from, they are going along like life is great. They're cool with you. The situation is fine. There's a little bit of a falsehood with this, which I know seems strange, because there's backup cards I'm going to show you in a second for why. Everything looks good on the outside with this person, but I got all this going on. Okay. And the first two cards that came up were financial restraints, which I don't really think it could be financial, but it's some type of a restraint. Even if it is financial, it has an emotional connection with it. Deceit, which, I mean, deceit's deceit. They could be deceiving themselves, deceiving you, but things are not as good as they look. They're running on empty, and there's a lot of deceit with this. I pulled out these other three cards to clarify this energy, because I'm like, is it really that bad? The King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Now the thing is with the King of Swords, because I do tend to read cards right side up, because it's easier for people to follow usually. Just because it comes right side up, though, doesn't mean it's a positive energy, in my opinion, especially the way I read. So I'm getting, like, somebody's, like, that's the deceit. Like, they're very skillful at making you feel things are better with them than they actually are. Ten of Wands is, like, a lot of stress. The thing is, with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords have kind of like a camaraderie, in my opinion. They're both a heavy amount of stress. Very heavy amount of stress. The difference is the Ten of Wands is success at the end. The Ten of Swords is failure at the end. That's the difference between the two. The major difference. Like, that's paraphrasing, obviously, or, making it simple. But I'm getting that this person is putting forth a front that is just flat out false. There's a lot of deceit. There's a lot of lack going on here. They are fighting their own battle, though, and they should succeed in the end. It's just how long they're going to stay in that Hanged Man card, because they can't. The Hanged Man cannot live that way. Sooner or later they have to come down from there. Somebody has to let them down. You can't live a life hanging from one foot. That's just not going to work. So sooner or later they're going to have to move on from this energy. But I also feel like they have to come to terms, and they have to come out of this Hanged Man, which means they have to spill the beans about what the problem is. You're not going to get it out of them, because you're just not. They have to spill the beans when they're ready. So that's their thing. I feel like that's like the missing piece. Like, there is a problem with this person, but it's also kind of like it's nothing for you to unearth. It's not going to come forward until they're ready to deal with it. It's just not. There's a lot of deceit there. I don't know what else to say. It's nothing for you to worry about, but it's better for you to be aware of it. Not to worry, but to be aware. That's all. I think that's what this reading is, part of what this reading is about. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.